So now, ladies and gentlemen, live and in colour, it's Mr. Wayne Lovejuice.
The other day our producer Louis had a chat with an interesting chappie who said that the YouTube algorithms really aren't that happy if a channel only broadcasts once a week, so we decided we can text ya whenever we've got a piece of news in our new book on the track Xtra. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name's Jon and for the last 30 years I've been the director of an organisation called the Centre for Fortean Zoology, which has travelled around the world investigating mystery animals and spreading our gospel of hard science, weird shit, surreality and quite a lot of silliness wherever we go. I have good news for you. In fact, I have very good news for you. Finally, and it was nobody's fault apart from my own, the CFZ Yearbook for 2022-2023 is now available for pre-order. So, if you want to buy it at a special reduced rate, have a look at this link here. But what's in the yearbook, I hear you ask? Well, wonder no further, because Richard and I are now going to take you on a merry jaunt through its pages. What's first, Richard?
But first we've got On the Track of Smaller Hidden Animals by Cal Marshall.
Unravelling the mystery of an inexplicable Indian reptilian of the Burrow by Sartak Halder.
Exploring the prospect of an unidentified species of reptile within Navajo and Hopi lands by Nick Sukic.
Phantom Kangaroos in Germany by Ulrich Magin.
Analysis of an alleged chupacabras mummy by Hans-Georg Vogel.
The modern origins of Britain's mystery big cats from World War II to the Dangerous Wild Animals Act of 1976 by Tim Whittard and Matt Everett.
An early Victorian investigation into Roman cryptozoology by Richard Muirhead.
Enabling Crypto Research, Creating of Books and Beasts by Matt Billy.
The Animals That Should Exist by Lars Thomas.
Index to Flying Snake, issues 6 to 10 by Richard Muirhead.
The Monster of Crescent Lake, Newfoundland by David Weatherly.
The Van Meter Creatures by Shane Lee and Richard Muirhead.
The X Formation, an analysis and interpretation by Sanjay R. Singhal, R.A.
X Marks the Spot by Alex Mistressa.
Marine Monsters on Spanish Beaches by Javier Rezin.
Enter Aphonia, the most detailed wild man encounter of all by Richard Freeman. Although they don't come out every year, we've been doing the CFZ Yearbook ever since 1995, and I'm very proud of them all. I think that they add up to a huge body of work and one of the most valuable resources for cryptozoological researchers. However, I think that this one is quite possibly the best we've ever done, and I want to say a big thank you to Richard Muirhead and to Miss Guinivere Palmer, who have been absolutely invaluable in helping me put this together. Indeed, I think I can truly say that without them it wouldn't have happened at all. So thank you very much, my dears.
And now, me dainty little flower petals,
It's time to change the subject.
As you all know, the Weird Weekend in Devonshire came to a hiatus after the 2016 show for all sorts of reasons, mostly because of Karina's and Mother's illnesses. And although I'd like it to come back at some point, we've got to get together a much bigger team than I've got at the moment to do it. But it's not at all impossible that we will see Weird Weekend back in Devonshire again, and I very much hope it does happen. But even though there hasn't been a Weird Weekend in Devonshire for 6 years, the Weird Weekend North, in a little village in Cheshire, goes from strength to strength, and they've just celebrated their first post-COVID event. And just as he did in the Devonshire events, Richard Freeman, who you can see in the corner looking a bit slumped in the corner. Richard, wave to the audience. Gosh, he looks so languid. He looks like Princess Margaret on Laudanum, which is a pretty frightening thought. As Richard does as much silliness and the Weird Weekend North as he ever did at the mainstream Weird Weekend down here. And in fact, there's one thing which Richard does at the Weird Weekend North which actually surpasses anything he ever did down here for both silliness and revoltingness. Richard, tell us about the Lard.
The languid goat is always thin. Lard. Lard. There is a great tradition at Weird Weekend North called the Grand Lard Eating Competition, where we have beautiful blocks of white, glistening, rendered pig fat ready to be devoured by brave challengers.
Okay.
Oh, listen to my story, like some medieval barn of the wonderful tradition called the eating of the lard. Oh, eating of the lard, you boys, the eating of the lard. The pig fat will be guzzled at the eating of the lard. We have 2 brave contestants, the same ones from last year, our reigning champion Ben, and our brave challenger and runner-up for last year, also called Ben, Ben's Love Lard. Right, gentlemen, eat the lard. It looks like the leftovers will be thrown out to the birds.
The last time we did it, Ben Fiddler triumphed, eating an entire block of lard as if it were a chalk ice, and saying he enjoyed it. The brave runner-up was Ben Emlyn Jones, who managed to eat half a block of lard, and he was eating it like it was ice cream with a spoon. This time, the same men stepped up to the plate to face the lard eating challenge. Ben's Love Lard. Battle of the Bens.
They never did this at the 14 times of convention. Look at this. Take note. This is what they want. This is what they want. This is what they want. Stop eating facts. This is what they want. If anybody has to drop out, just let him know. There's no shame. No shame. Other paranormal conferences, they have seances. We have Lard. Come on, Ben.
Come on, it's not Lard.
You're a vegetarian, Jackie. Why don't you try it?
This time around, the challenger, Ben Emlyn Jones, managed to shade it by eating about a mouthful more than Ben Fiddler, who had begun to retch at one point. He was probably not been in training over the 2 years, and so Ben Emlyn Jones won this year's lard eating competition.
Right, so I think we might be finished at the end. It's been about 5 minutes, hasn't it? Around about 5 minutes.
The jam tart one.
What?
I've got a jam tart one.
Have we got the what?
The jam tart one.
Jam tart one, no. I'll stop all that. Sorry, oh, apparently, according to Steve, about 5 minutes, let me have a look at the lard and see who's eating the most lard. Stick the box down, right? Oh my goodness me! That's very hard. But I think Ben has our challenger has just shaded. Prize number one. Now, do you remember those old fighting fantasy games of the 80s where you choose your own adventure and you have to make decisions and turn to another page and make another decision? Right, here's one. It's called The Ocean of Lard. You play a criminal on the run from the police who discovers an ocean of lard that's not on any map, and apparently it's in Wyoming, and you have to join one of two pirate ships that sail on the ocean of lard and choose your own lard-based adventure. And then, not only that, we have, from the page of this magazine, the t-shirt. They're happy because they eat lard. Isn't that the truth? Well done, Ben. Thank you. Well done, Ben.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is just about it for this episode. Thank you to everybody involved, particularly Richard. Wave to the boys and girls, Richard. That's even more languid than last time. He is Mr. Languido. And to Jackie Tonks, who filmed Richard's lard-related tomfoolery, and of course to Richard Muirhead and to Gwyn Palmer, Miss Guinivere, for all their hard work putting the yearbook together. I'll be back again on Saturday, and I'm sure you'll be looking forward to seeing us doing all sorts of other things. There'll be more Weird Weekend North stuff, I expect, but I don't know yet. Do you know why I don't know yet? Because Richard and I haven't actually filmed it. So, I'll see you on Saturday, with Richard doing his thing, I expect, and then I'll be back here the following Wednesday. So, until then, and are you watching V. McQuillan? Because I think it's about time I try to confuse you again. Be seeing you, be seeing you, be seeing you, be seeing you.